Hi everyone, welcome to another podcast by SSDN Technologies. Myself Dhruv Bhatnagar and I welcome you all. So today's topic we're gonna discuss about is VMware, and to discuss the same we have with us Mr. Kanwal Gautam, an expert on virtualization, who will help us guide us understanding about virtualization. So Kanwal, a very warm welcome.
Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure to be here.
Great. So Kaval, the topic today we have picked up is the virtualization, and I'm sure you are expert in it, working on it over past decade and a half. So, Kaval, we would like to know here what is virtualization.
So, what virtualization is? It basically virtualizes your computers or physical hardware into the software layer, which you can use as a virtualized resources.
Okay, that's great. So, how many types of virtualizations are there?
Yeah, so in the market, we have multiple types of virtualization. Like we have server virtualization, we have storage virtualization, network virtualization, and desktop virtualization.
Great, great, great. So, Kamal, if you talk about virtualization, as you mentioned, what things it do, so that leads to a very curious question that before virtualization, what we used to do and how things were working.
Okay, that's a nice question. So before virtualization, we used to use only physical servers, which comes with a huge cost, right? Suppose let's say if you have one application, you have to run it. So you have to purchase one server with one operating system and one application that can be run on only one physical server. But if let's say if you have 10 applications, so you have to purchase 10 different physical servers, right? And it comes with your lots of investment, right? So now if we talk about like how much we were using, so most of the time only 20 to 30% of the resources were being utilized by that one application. And as per the enterprise point of view, so 70 to 80% was the wastage. Then some brilliant mind came up with the virtualization technology. What it does, it virtualizes your hardware layer into the virtualization layer. Now you can use it in multiple ways. Like first, server virtualization came up, as I mentioned. Then they again do the brainstorming. Okay, then they come up with network virtualization, storage virtualization, and now we have a lots of type of virtualization in the market.
Great. So, if I understood correctly, so virtualization, in a very layman words, helps the organization to reduce the cost on the part of their infrastructure and make it very easily available across the globe if they have resources at different places, right?
Exactly. So that's true. So now companies can utilize their 80 to 90% of the resources of their physical server, which in the past, if I talk about, so they used to use only 20 to 30%. So now they have used lots of resources, and now they can build their multiple virtual servers on a single physical server, and that's a benefit of having virtualization.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So let's talk about the job aspect and the career aspect in the virtualization. I'm sure because it has brought the revolution in the IT industry, virtualizing things onto the virtualization layer. So, what do you think, or what is your output on it? Whether it has decreased the job or it has increased the opportunities to grow?
Okay, definitely it has increased the opportunity for IT people to enhance their future in the virtualization. Earlier, like we used to purchase multiple servers, which cost lots of investment, and for that we need to have spaces and all these things. Now we have multiple virtual servers, and for that we have our manpower, which is handling that. Okay, and by sitting at anywhere in the world, you can manage it. So yes, it has definitely increased the opportunity for the many IT industries. Like nowadays, we are using it.
Okay, that's great. So let's now talk about technology which is been, it's said to conquer the 90% market of the world, which is VMware.
Exactly.
Because there is a very famous saying by the VMware itself that any data which has been virtualized, it's either directly or indirectly going through VMware. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. So now we are using it on an on-premise virtual servers. Okay, so every company has adopted, most of the companies has adopted the virtualization by VMware because it provides flexibility, scalability in the virtualization environment. So yes, and they have multiple products also in the virtualization for network, for your server, for your storage, for desktops. So yes, most of the companies are using virtualization and VMware. So yes, as you mentioned, that every data that is directly or indirectly that is been on a VMware.
Great, great, great. So let's say if any IT professional wants to start their career in VMware, what is the scope? What is the market demand? And the most important question, of course, everybody would like to know how they can start it, how they can, where they can begin from.
Okay, so they can start from the basic courses, like VMware has provided multiple types of courses with different technologies. So they can start with VCTA, that is very basic certifications we have in the VMware. After that, they can go for the VCP or VCAP or VDX, that is a high level courses. And for that, you must have some basic knowledge related to the networking, like what a networking is, how things work in the network, and related to the servers, storage, how we keep our data on the storage, how we keep our virtual machines on the physical servers, right? So these kind of things you must be aware. And yes, if anyone has to start their career in the virtualization or in the IT, so VMware is the best option to go with.
Okay. Now, as you mentioned that people need to have the knowledge of networking to go into the VMware or to start working on a VMware. So, do they require in-depth knowledge about networking, or the basic knowledge will do for them?
Okay. See, whenever any fresher has to start their journey, so basic knowledge is enough for to go in that field, right? Then when they work on it, they learn the things when they play in the real environment, right? So they learn multiple things over there, and then they can go for the next step.
Okay, so would that be fair enough to say it does not matter if you are belonging from an IT background in your graduation or not, in your studies or not? If you have a basic understanding of networking, irrespective of any domain you're coming from, you can start your career in IT.
Dhruv, that's a very nice question. Actually, my background is from electrical background.
Oh, okay.
I have completed my diploma in electrical background, and now I'm working as an IT professional here, where I'm managing resources, virtualization, and all these things, right? So yes, anyone who is a part of, let's say, who has a background, education background in IT or non-IT, yes, they can go with it. If you have basic knowledge, like logical things are required there. If you have your logical mentality, then yes, definitely you can start with it, and it will be very easy for you.
Oh, that's great to know. That's great to know. So, Kamal, the last but not the least, we would like to know any message or anything you want to say to our viewers.
Yeah. So if you want to start your journey with the VMware or any virtualization, then that is a very good option to choose. And virtualization has vast platform where you can go with. Like in market, we have multiple vendors also which provides you virtualization, like Azure, Citrix, VMware, right? So you can go with this, and that has a very bright future in that.
Great. Thank you, Kaval, for this insightful session with us today. So today, Kaval has helped us to understand about what is virtualization, how it has made a drastic shift in moving things from physical servers to the virtual layer. What is the market scope, how VMware controls a major segment of the market, and it is a good opportunity for everyone, irrespective if they're coming from an IT background or if they're coming from any other background, they can start their career in the IT industry with the help of virtualization and the certifications from the VMware. So that's it for today, guys. We wish you a very good luck and see you soon in the next podcast. Please do not forget to like and follow us. Thank you.
Thank you.